3 microphones, 1 Zoom call, all lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Good evening, that's one of my favourite clips that I have got of Darren. I like it a lot. Hello and welcome to the As Yet Unnamed podcast, live on Facebook, Twitch, Twitch, Facebook and YouTube. Hope you're doing well. My name is Ian Barstow. I'm joined by Damian Lee and Darren Antrobus. We will introduce those in a second. I just want to let you know what you're watching if you are indeed watching us. So basically, every Wednesday night from 8 o'clock, we record our podcast and we broadcast it live. So you see everything and anything that we do, all the bad stuff, all the stuff that doesn't quite work, and then I edit it down and it makes it sound really, really professional. So we'll start that shortly. Hello, Damian.
Hello. Good evening.
Don't forget, don't use all your content because we aren't actually recording the podcast bit yet. So this is just
don't
Facebook
worry, I'm
Live
freezing.
Stuff. Are you?
Won't lie. Yeah, nippy.
Are you Nesh?
I think it's probably because I'm just wearing my pants.
At least you are wearing pants. Things I've heard about you. Darren, hello.
Hello. I'm with you there, Damian. The heating's been on today. The heating
Really?
Been on. Yes.
You turned your knob then?
The heating has been on.
Right, because I haven't touched the heating knob for a while, to be honest.
Okay.
I always worry about touching knobs.
Innuendo number 1.
Yep. Mark that down to clip that bit. Hello, welcome along to the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Every Monday morning we are on your podcast feed and we are very happy to be so as well. I am Ian Barstow, the captain, or so I've been called, of this show. Basically, I am in charge of the knobs and the buttons. We are joined by Damian Lee. Hello, Damian.
To be honest, there is a lot of knobs. Different colours of knobs on there, and some of them are quite lengthy, aren't they? I think in terms of the desk that you control, they're lengthy knobs.
They are.
Hi, I'm Damian Lee. Good to hear you, or even good to be with you. Hi.
Hello. And Darren, hello.
Can we just make a note there? Innuendo number 3.
We don't do innuendo on this show. I don't know what you're on about. It's a really innocent show.
Ian, stop. Thank you. Sorry, no, Damian, stop.
Oh, did you just mistake us two? Oh, yes. Man alive.
Yeah. Evening. All right.
Hello. How are you?
Oh, yeah. You all right?
Yeah. Not bad.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Great start. Right. Brilliant. You're the professional. So coming up on the show today, we are going to be having Darren versus Damian. It is currently 1-1. The mystery voice is still going. Darren thought he had it, then told me just before we were starting recording that it was a female. When I clearly said last week, it is not a female. It is not Whoopi Goldberg, so don't use that one again.
Unbelievable.
I know.
Unbelievable.
And then our top 5 list this week is going to involve this. I'll get rid of the music because it won't work there. This and a little bit of. It is top 5 horror films. Dun dun dun. I've even got. Are you ready?
This is very good. I like it.
This is
great. Those screams are homemade, are they not, Ian?
Yes, they are. Recorded.
They are actually.
Recorded last night. Yeah. If you want to get in contact with the podcast, you can do. Get over to our brand new website, theasyetonunnamedpodcast.uk, theasyetonunnamedpodcast.uk. You can follow us on Twitter at asyetonunnamedpod. You can find us on Facebook, the As Yet Unnamed Podcast, all the usual stuff. But do head over to the website. It's brand new. It's nice and shiny and looks really good. All done by me. Because, you know, I am the captain and I do everything on this.
Do you know what?
show.
I bet sometimes he gets up in the morning and he goes past the mirror and he just goes, oh, yeah.
I reckon he puts his bird's eye, Captain Birdseye outfit on.
He never used to be like this. He's gone. He loves himself lately.
I walk past
himself.
a mirror and go, "Ooh, look at that! What a state! 42-year-old."
I bet you wink at yourself. I said wink at yourself as you go past that mirror, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I think of this
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
all the time.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't, indeed? I don't think of this.
Do we have a backstory for that, Ian? If anyone's not listened before.
No.
Awful.
Go listen to last week's episode to find out what that was all about.
Here's one for you, and especially this is one for you, Ian, who apparently, there's a lot of screams. People who eat peanut butter, you ready for this, are better in bed.
This is true because I don't eat peanut butter, and I've been told that I'm not so good.
Brilliant. That's staying in. Now.
And Damian must have boxes of peanut butter from the stories he's told me.
If you like a nice peach in the morning, you're most likely to be called Ian Barstow. Don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. So there you go. I just thought that was quite interesting to know that apparently if you like a bit of peanut butter, you're very good in the sack.
Utter rubbish. I'm sorry.
Do you know what? I think maybe...
There's a bit of truth in that. There's a bit of truth in that.
Well, maybe we should all go camping and we should all have some peanut butter before we go. What's the matter? Is that not a good idea?
Absolutely
What
not.
are you having the peanut butter on?
Darren's feet?
What?
No.
I don't like people playing with my feet. Don't.
I can imagine your feet are a bit... Are your feet a bit warty?
No, they're a bit naily.
Oh, don't just stop. Honestly.
They got yellow bits in.
Oh.
No.
No. Are you a short nail guy or a long nail guy?
Depends when they start to hurt or not. So.
Oh,
Do you pick them or cut them?
I'm joking with you, by the way. My feet are beautifully manicured by my other half.
Okay, and do you cut them? Do you pick them? Do you bite them?
How do you bite them?
I couldn't get down there to do that.
We're all too old to be biting our toenails. Honestly, if you can still get your foot up there, I'm very impressed.
Have you ever?
What? No.
It works for Clarkson, May and Hammond. We're not quite sure it works for Antrobus, Lee and Barstow, but they're doing it anyway. You're listening to the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
I want to bring up a story from this week, which really, it's one of those that shocked me, and it's one of those, it doesn't really happen that often when somebody famous passes away. But there is the odd one or two that when you first see it, you think, oh, really? Blimey. And this week it was Chadwick Boseman, who played Black Panther in the Marvel films, passed away at the age of 42, which is my age, and is almost Damian's age, and is not far off Darren's age, from colon cancer at the age of 42. Really, really sad, and really, and the thing, when you actually heard about it, he'd been diagnosed with this for a couple of years, and he played all of these massive parts battling colon cancer, and didn't tell anybody because he didn't want it to be a thing about him and a story about him. But yeah, it was just one of those. It was one of those because obviously you see him in Black Panther, and he's a very fit martial artist doing all of his stunts. Really brilliant character. One of my favourite Marvel films, Black Panther. I just think it's a brilliant film, irrespective of the message behind it. It was just a really, really enjoyable Marvel movie. And then to suddenly sort of realise that, blimey, he's been suffering with this for years, and sadly he lost his fight this week. So I just wanted to mention that. I just think it's thoughts with his family and his friends and all of the people that knew him. But also it's one of those, because he was so well known, it hit everybody. I think it's one of those because he was so famous and so respected for Black Panther, and all of that film did. So I just wanted to say that, and I think it's extremely sad.
This story is quite close to my heart anyway, because not long ago I had a few tests done for something similar, through bad diets and whatnot. They suspected something was wrong, but it wasn't. It was all good, all fine, and I got some good news anyway. But what really upset me about this when I was reading it is some of the harsh, wrong people on the internet around the world that were saying, "Ooh, look at Black Panther, very thin, must be on the drugs," and all that kind of stuff. That was not nice, because obviously now we know the man was dying.
Yeah, and I think one of the things with this horrible piece of news story as well is people have these people have private lives. Whilst they come into our homes and they come into the cinema screens, he clearly didn't want people to know. He wanted to keep it between him and his family, and I think that's his business. The fact that you can be an actor and you can put yourself out there. You don't need to announce everything, I don't think, every time being a celebrity. We don't have a right over these people to have a monopoly of what they tell us and what they don't tell us. And I think with him, it was so shocking because it wasn't out there. But if your uncle or your auntie or one of your friends, people don't go on social media, some do, and announce, I've got this, I've got that, because, people normally are quite private with stuff. It was a shocking piece of news. It shocked me completely when I saw it, and it is horrid. It is horrid, and I think it kind of brings things back when you watch these things. And the only thing that we can take about that, when you look at film, that they're immortalized forever. He will live on. It was an amazing cultural film as well, in terms of the importance of that, especially with things that are going on in the world now. And it was very sad. So no, here, Ian, I think it was a good mention for the show. I think
One also. Sorry, go on, Dan.
Well, one last point on this before you do yours, Ian, is what an inspiration he is to
without a doubt,
to people, to younger people, people from all backgrounds, and people who are suffering, whatever they may be suffering. Inspiration to be strong. He was mentally strong, and he just carried on.
Completely.
I agree. And I think one of the things I take from it is one of those things that if you think you have something wrong with you, if you are not fit, the only person that knows your body is you. You know how you feel day to day and every day. If you suddenly feel that you've got something, you think, oh, blimey, that doesn't feel right, go and get it checked out. Because the quicker you find these things and the quicker that you can get on top of these things, particularly things like cancer and those types of conditions, the quicker you can get on top of it, the better chance you have of fighting it, winning it, and surviving it. It's a very sad story, and I know there is thousands of people around the world that deal with this every single day. But it does sometimes need somebody with a profile to start something. I always think back when I think of these sort of things to Jade Goody, who lost her battle with cancer, and after she came out about the fact that she got cervical cancer, I believe it was, and she had the test, the amount of women that went to get tested and have their smear tests and all that sort of stuff shot up. And her battle, her story, led to thousands of people being sort of going to get tested that would not normally get tested. So yeah, it's very sad, and I just wanted to bring it up. So yeah, there we go. So that's that bit there.
Yes.
Mr. Damian, you and I had a little bit of fun recently with somebody else that always goes on about the fact that they're a proper radio broadcaster, and we thought we've had enough of this.
We did, and this was really good fun because for the people that don't know, Ian and myself have love radio, we love podcasting, and we've dabbled in bits and bobs in the past, but this isn't what we do as a day job. Mr. Hairy Egg down the bottom there, the real life baby man, the potato head, the Lego wig head. He is actually a radio presenter for a local station. So what Ian and I decided to do was give a little prank.
So
I
tell you what, guys, Noel Edmonds would have been proud of you.
So Darren was running this brilliant competition with a fantastic prize called One Lump or Two. So and because it's a smaller local station, if you phone up, you've got a better chance of getting on air. So yeah, somebody phoned up.
10 on a Thursday morning. So this never happens very often. But we had somebody lined up to play One Lump or Two, and they've dropped out at the last minute. They can't make it on the phone at this time. So we've pulled in somebody else who's entered the competition who wants to play One Lump or Two. Damian, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Didn't expect this.
No. Nice surprise for you to start the weekend then.
Yeah, not a problem. I always like to play One Lump or Two. I tell you, can't wait.
What?
Damian, can I just check? Did you not think it would be a good idea to change your name?
Do you know what? I thought that afterwards, and knowing Darren as I know him, because do you know what? He's in La La Land, and it just came out. And even when I said it, I thought to myself, surely now he's going to know it's me. He didn't have a clue. Absolutely not. Even when I said Damian, do you know what I mean?
If you listen back to it, you can hear me. I don't normally fall over my words or stutter when I'm on air. So at the very start, I hear your voice and it's registering. I'm going, I know that voice, but I've got to be quick and I've got to carry on. So at this point, I'm trying to work out, do I know him? Is it him? Can't be him. Anyway, carry on.
And he doesn't even get it at the next thing that Damian says either.
Congleton born and bred, are you?
I'm not, no. I'd probably say Hole as opposed to Hool or Hale.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. So where are you from originally?
I'm from Redditch originally.
Redditch? I was married to a
South
woman.
of Birmingham, or near Stratford if you want to be posh.
I was married to a woman in Redditch. The less said about that, the better.
Honestly?
I mean, I'm from Redditch. My name's Damian.
You have a
and
Brummie
it's still
accent.
there. I was with a woman back in the day from Redditch, and don't get me started on that libel. Stay there. It's still going on, and still doesn't know.
Now I'm going to give you the premise of this quiz, and great minds. The premise of this quiz is basically. You have to figure out if somebody that they say that they have pre-recorded has 1 lump or 2 lumps of sugar in their cup of tea, is the basic premise of this. I've missed a clip out. Damian decided to have a little fun with Darren by not calling him Darren.
Are you ready?
I'm excited about this.
Drum
Is he
roll.
going to be a superstar?
Yeah, near enough. It's me!
Oh, great. It's great that it's you, Daniel.
Daniel?
Is that not your name?
It's Darren.
Sorry, different.
Normally, I cut people off that get my name wrong.
Sorry about that.
Daniel? All right, Daniel.
Now you can see, you can hear in that clip, he's getting a bit chopsy there because he's thinking, if this is Damian from Redditch and it's me mate from the old podcast, why is he ringing me? Why is he not at work making a crust? And my boss might be listening. So at this stage, he's livid, absolutely livid. Just to ask you, did you know this was me at this point, Darren?
No.
Still didn't know. My name's Damian. No. I'm from Redditch, and I call him by his wrong name. It's my little banter. He still don't get it. What's the matter with you? Ian, play the clip. It continues.
So this is when we try and Darren tries to get an answer out of Damian.
My tea with 1 lump or 2 lumps in it.
I'm going to go for 1 lump.
You're going for 1 lump?
1 lump.
I'm going to give you a bit of time to change your mind if you really want to change your mind.
To be honest, I think you're a 1 lump kind of guy.
Sorry, I had to have a little bit of fun with that.
Now, at that point there, so it's clearly at that point, this Damian from Redditch is getting the answer wrong. So it's wrong. Clearly, Darren has got wants to get rid of this prize. He's sick of seeing it. The station manager's obviously livid about this. And it's still not happening.
Can I just interject here for a second? There was a point in this, at this kind of point where you kept on getting it wrong. I thought, it's got to be Damian from the podcast. It's got to be. But if I've guessed that wrongly and I say it on air, then I've got to explain why I think it's Damian from a podcast. What's this podcast? That you got to explain that whole backstory.
It's Damian from Redditch. I'm having you on. We always talk about wind-ups. I even call myself Damian at the start of the show. Who did you think I was? Well, by the sounds of it, you didn't have a blinking clue. It continues. Play on,
Ian. Because you want to get started and you want to get yourself going in the morning. Right. You're being very good on sugar elsewhere, but you're still having your 2 lumps in your brew.
Right. Are you sure you don't want to change your mind?
That's it there.
So I'm going for one lump in my brew.
I can't help you anymore. Unfortunately, I don't have any.
Oh no, well that's a bit of a curveball, isn't it? I don't think that was one of the options.
Well, no, but, it's just I either have 1 lump or 2 lump in it, or, obviously, I don't have any.
Thanks, Derek.
Got my name wrong again. I'm going to cut you off, fella. Right, thanks very much, Damo. Have a good weekend. Cheers. Are you there? He's gone. He's funny. He's gone.
See, you knew when you went Damo, because you wouldn't call someone Damian Damio, would you?
That bit. I think he did get that. But now the bit that really gets me at that bit is, what a blinking awful game. Now the premise of the game is 1 lump or 2, so you've got a choice there. Is it 1 lump or is it 2? Here comes old Chris Tarrant. I don't have any. And you're thinking, as a listener, what's he going on about? You don't put Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and then go, no, it's none of the 4 questions, it's a different one. Oh, absolutely blinking awful. At the end, he clicks it. He knows he's pulled a special. He goes, all right then, Damo. Oh, no, how's am I going to get out of this now? Absolutely brilliant. I cannot believe, as a prank with my own name from my own town, you still didn't get it.
Yeah.
And the history of game shows, 1 lump or 2. No, I don't have any.
My tea with 1 lump or 2 lumps in it.
I think you're a 1 lump kind of guy. Go for 1 lump.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Let's go through these and see who wins. Darren versus... I can't do voices like that. It just doesn't
it's
work.
awful.
Yeah.
You sound like a pervert,
I
man.
know. I sound like a heavy
Darren
breather.
versus Damian. All right.
Do you still get those? Do you still get heavy breathers on the phone calls? You know when you just pick up the phone?
Darth Vader.
Anyway. Right, so clip number 1. Can you tell me what this is from?
100%.
Darren.
That is from Alf.
Damian.
That is the TVX Freeview beginning ident for the adult channel.
No, it's not. Do you not know what that is? Is that your answer?
That's my answer. It's the TVX, the adult channel preview, when it used to go all dark.
No.
Did I watch that on my own? Or?
It is Alf. That
Sorry?
is the theme tune to Alf.
From Home and Away?
No. The alien, not from Home and Away. Not with his little
Sigourney
cafe.
Weaver?
No. It is Alf, the TV programme.
Who?
Number 2. Can you tell me what country's national anthem this is? Damian.
United Kingdom.
Darren.
Sorry?
Darren. Just give me the answer you put on your sheet. Darren, come on. What did you put?
The United States.
Oh my God. Really?
No, I didn't. I put France.
Did you? Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. I can't see because of your webcam. Right, okay. So did you definitely put France?
I put France. I didn't put France, but I bottled it at the last minute. Is it France?
What did you put?
I put France.
Okay, yes, it is the French national
Is it not the
anthem.
United Kingdom?
No!
Well, I know it's God Save the Queen, but
No,
isn't
it's...
that's for England.
You need to watch a bit more sport, mate. You hear it a lot in that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, because I can see you sit down, don't you? Quite often.
I do.
And have a watch of Tottenham versus Liverpool.
National anthem, Six Nations. You've got to watch the rugby players. Don't care about the game.
Got a good point there.
Yeah. Short shorts and tight t-shirts. Right, number 9. Can you tell me what this sound is from?
I've got this.
will remind a lot of people of their youth. Damian, what is that sound?
That is the lift music in Merry Hill.
Shut up. Not even close. Darren.
That is the music that I haven't got a clue. I was going to say the cram opens and you go in. No.
That was the boot up sound.
Hold on a minute.
The what?
Hold on. Just hold on. Set the scene for me and just get ready for that music, right? So, dear departed, we're here to say goodbye to our lovely Uncle Fred. Good night. God bless. We will miss you. We now send you to the heavens. May God be with you, Uncle Fred.
Yeah, it'd work.
It would work.
It's a bit satanic, isn't it? Ooh. Poor old Uncle Fred.
Just have the flames. Just have the flames coming up round the side of the. Yeah.
Oh my God, the flames. Horrible.
That was
the lift music in Merry Hill.
No, that was the boot sound of the PlayStation 1. The original PlayStation. When you turned it on, that was the sound you heard.
Oh, I can't stand it. Oh.
We have the mystery voice. I'm going to play you one more clip. This is the third week. It is not a female, and it is not Whoopi Goldberg. Can you tell me who this is? I will play you the sound twice. Yes, Damian.
What do you get if you get this right?
5 bonus points, which is slightly useless. Yeah, well, it's slightly useless because that would give you 9, but you know, build the tension. Right, so can you tell me who this is?
Good, that's good.
Can you tell me who this is?
Good, that's good.
Damian said last week he knew who this was, so I'm going to go to Darren first. Darren, who is that?
I got it wrong earlier because I forgot you said it's not a female. So originally I thought it was Michelle Obama, but I was so wrong. It's a guy. It's got to be somebody like Chris Rock.
No, Damian, you think you know who this is? Who is that voice? What?
That is RuPaul.
No.
Oh, no.
It is not RuPaul.
Oh, no.
Am I close with Chris Rock?
I was so
No.
sure.
Can you tell me who this is? Rolls over again. Till next week.
Good, that's good.
And that is it for the first half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thank you so much for listening so far. Don't forget you can subscribe to us on any of the podcast apps you're listening to at the moment. Apple, Google, Spotify, Soundcast, Podbean, all of that sort of stuff. We're all on there. What? What's that little laugh for?
Podbean.
What? Podbean. I know, it's a great name for an app, Podbean. So yeah, thank you very much for downloading the show. I hope you're enjoying it so far. We will be back in the second half when we will be doing our top 5 horror films ever. Yeah, there you go. Right, so we'll be right back after this on the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Yeah, hang on, let me take a drink.
What are you drinking?
Oh yes, I'll have one of those.
Neat vodka. It's not,
No,
it's water.
Barbara. No, you're not. No. You stay there and you do your job. You're not having a poo. Dirty.
Oh dear.
No need. Just announced it.
There
Can
is
I
no
have a
need.
poo? No.
Thank you very much if you're watching on the Facebook live stream and on YouTube and on Twitch as well. Hope you're enjoying the show. Thank you to the people that are watching. So if you want to find out more, then go over to the website. Sorry, that sounded. I was going to read out everyone's name, and then I thought I haven't got time. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you want to find out, if you want to subscribe to the podcast, this is the reason we do these records is to produce a podcast that we would love people to go and listen to. I'm just going to carry on. We would love people to go and listen to. So please do go and subscribe. Oh, you two an idiot. Are you back? Darren, are you all right?
Okay. Barbara, did you wash your hands?
Yes.
You you've got some loo roll on your slipper. And flush the chain, man. Dirty animal. Oh,
Dear me.
There's a loo roll on her shoe. What's she doing? Oh, she's vile. Honestly. Oh, just move out. I don't even know why you live here. You're the flipping producer of the show. Why are you living here? Get a tent. I don't care. You wash your hands. You take that toilet roll with you and get out. Absolutely vile.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Welcome back to the As Yet Unnamed podcast. My name is Ian Barstow. I'm joined by...
You're joined by Damian Lee.
Right, okay.
Hiya, hope you're well.
That was rubbish.
Oh,
That
right,
was
give us
rubbish.
a link
That
in.
was rubbish. We did it before.
Welcome
You
back
should
to the podcast.
You should know what it is.
And we're joined by...
You should know now by when I play that music. It's I'm Ian Barstow. Hello, I'm Damian Lee. Hello, I'm Darren. It's not difficult. We've done it before.
You're not living with someone who does it, who goes into a toilet with the trainers and puts the loo roll on the floor, man. Try doing that and then doing a clean leak.
Welcome back to the As Yet Unnamed podcast part 2. My name is Ian Barstow.
My name is Damian Lee.
And my name is Daz Antrobus.
Daz Antrobus. Darren. Darren.
If you ask me to do that again...
No, that's fine. That's
We're not
fine.
doing it again. We're not
That's
doing
fine.
it again.
It's fine. So thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button on whatever app you are listening to. We are going to be doing our top 5 horror films. There we go. So yes, this is our top 5 horror films. Basically, we pick our top 5 ever horror films. I'm going to go first because last week you what?
Are we starting?
I'm excited.
Yes, we are starting.
I'm glad we're starting. We're a bit production happy there, aren't we, Ian?
Go on then.
Can you just text me when you're ready to do it and I'll come back?
Oh, here he is. I tell you what. Says the man who didn't know it was Damian from Redditch. 1 lump or 2? Oh, I don't know. I don't have any.
My tea with 1 lump or 2 lumps in it.
You just hand them to me, Damien. Thank you very much.
Oh.
I've heard of this, not
Hostel
seen it.
is...
Yeah.
Oh.
Hostel...
Sorry.
Sorry, Darren. This is going to be a rubbish one for you. Hostel is...
Can we just... Sorry, can we just go back to the start of the show, right? At the very start of this podcast, okay, it's called the As Yet Unnamed podcast, I get that. But it's starring Ian Barstow, Damian Lee and Darren Antrobus. Start of the show. Okay, welcome, I'm Ian Barstow. So, Darren, tell me, how's your week been, Darren? Here comes Darren now with his interesting week. Yeah, it was all right. Went to Cornwall, south of country. Went to Cornwall. Right, Darren. Anything else? Yeah, it was Cornwall, isn't it? So, nice time. I must have a pasta. Nice. No one-liners, nothing else. That was it. I just went... The content of that was, I went to Cornwall. That was it. That was his week. And he comes on this show now with the top 5. Here we go. We're all excited. Great. Ian gives his big stick. No, not saying that, to be honest. I was too busy having my pie at Cornwall.
Anyway.
Why do we get him on?
Well, we need 3.
How much does he cost us?
We need 3 to make to make it look nice on screen and stuff like that. Right. At my number 3 is Hostel. Darren, if you've not seen it, then just be quiet. But Damian, have you seen it?
Do you know what? Hostel is... Sorry, I'm just one of it. Do you know what I love? And sorry for the podcast, because this is people are listening on the podcast. We've got a live stream of people that are listening, so thank you so much. One of them just turned around and went, "I'm off for a Chinese. Sorry, boys." He's had enough. He's going for some pork balls and a bit of egg fried rice. He's had enough. Sorry, boys, I'm off for a Chinese. He's off. He's had enough. That is brilliant.
Anyway,
that is a classic.
Right, we'll go back. Your number one film, and if it isn't the one I want it to be, then I'm not going to be disappointed in you.
Okay, the number one film is, I'm basing this on my childhood, okay? And I'm basing this on sheer nastiness, content. And again, this is based on the fact it's just horrible, and real things happened to this film. Cameras caught on fire, the set caught on fire, people died, people got sick, people got ill, people ran out of the cinema when this was released, and for years and years this was described as the scariest horror film of all time. Projectile vomit, priests, spinning heads, and
That's very good.
That is good. That is good. You can't do that for long. That hurts your voice, doesn't it?
Jeez, that hurt. So it is The Exorcist.
Do you know?
Wasn't it made into a stage show as well, like a touring show?
Yeah, I heard about that. Actually, who'd go and see that? Oh yeah, I'm off. Where are you off to, love? The Exorcist.
Do you know? I have to say, I was really disappointed when I watched that film. I just didn't find it scary.
Well, you're hardcore, mister. If you watch that in the dark on your own and you've had a few sherbets and, you know, the lights are off and you start... Okay.
Darren, your top 5 horror films of all time, please.
I've never been so nervous to do any top 5s, and this one scared me
Nervous for you, to be honest.
But I've chosen the top 5 films that affected me, that I enjoyed watching and enjoyed getting scared over. Right? So, stop it. Right, number 5. The first one was very, very good, but then they made something like 105 of them, so they went really silly with them. Courtney Cox was in them. She met her husband in them, and the original storyline was very scary. And I enjoyed it, and I watched it at night not long ago, a couple of years ago, and I watched it at night, and I turned all the lights off, and I felt like somebody was looking at me through the window.
A film that made me genuinely terrified isn't a horror film, it's Arachnophobia, because I hate spiders. And even to this day, when I go to the toilet, I look underneath the toilet to see if there's a spider there.
We rented Arachnophobia when it came out on VHS, and it was I think it was a summer's day, and we drew the curtains in the living room to stop the sunlight going on the TV. And I swear, when we were watching that film, the biggest spider I have ever seen, I could see the shadow of it walking down the curtains. And it literally, I was fine with spiders until I watched that film, and now it's like, oh, no.
Just a very quick spider story. I don't know, we're time conscious at the moment. One of the reasons that I'm petrified of spiders is myself and one of my ex-girlfriends, we were in bed, and before we went to bed, she said,
don't go there.
She went, look at... No. She said,
don't touch me.
Who are you? Are you Daniel? It's not Daniel.
Get off me.
She said... she said,
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
No, she said... She said, look at that big thing over there. That's going to stay in.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
So anyway, it was this ginormous spider. So I said to her, right, can you get it out? I can't touch it. Babe, I can't touch it.
Yeah. My other half used to do spiders for me. I can't touch them.
I wouldn't even bother with that. It's just not going to go anywhere.
So anyway, she got a glass. She put the spider in the glass. And I kind of went by her and went, let me get past first. I don't want any of this. And I brushed past her. So I started going down the stairs, and the ex-girlfriend went, Damian, stop. Just stop. And I went, what's the matter? And she went, please, just stop. The spider got out of the cup, and it was like that on the stairs. And it got up to my eye, and I have never been as petrified. I stripped off, everything went, the pants went, everything went, and the spider was just literally, in the end, on top of my pants, looking at me cocky. All right. Yeah. You're right, are you? Yeah.
What do you
naked, because I've been on your face. Look at you. And to this day, because it was on my face crawling, and oh, my Lord, I cannot abide them. Horrible. Hairy, long, they're not my type. So every week at this time, once we've done our top 5, Barbara, who's our producer, I think she's got IBS because that's the second week she ran out for a poo. And this week she ran back with a bit of toilet roll on her shoe. Terrible. Vile. Still there in my kitchen. My cat walked on it. I'm not in the kitchen, I'm in the studio.
Do you want to get on with it? We haven't got all day.
Right, so she hands us an envelope with the top 5 in that none of us know, and then we prepare for next week's show. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, this is going to bring up some clangers. And I reckon this is going to cause a few little debates as well. Next week's top 5, and it's a biggie. The top 5 greatest bands of all time.
Greatest bands. Oh. / group.
Yeah.
Are we accepting pop bands?
It's just top 10 groups of all time. So
Thank
it's
you.
our favourite ever top 5 group.
Okay. I'm gonna rise up to the stereotype of a gay man. Right. So we've got.
Oh, I know what's going to be on his. Spice
right.
Girls.
Do you?
Hey, whoa.
Do you really? Do you really?
Stereotype on this show. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. What do you like? Yeah. What's your favourite show? The Airy Bikers, because
You
you
know.
like a big pudding with little hair.
Liberty X. ABBA.
He's just said it. He just said ABBA. Oh.
5.
Yeah.
We're going to have some Spice Girls. Obviously, we've got to
Will
have
you
Spice
stop?
Girls.
So next week,
Right
on
said
this show,
Fred.
the top
Right,
5
said Fred. One song from Right Said Fred. Yeah, that's my top
Pet
5.
Shop Boys. Let's
No.
throw them in
Yeah,
there.
let's-
Let's
yeah.
stereotypes in, shall we?
Yeah.
Jeez. No, you know that's the cat's litter tray. You dirty, filthy animal.
Oh dear. Right.
Take some ibuprofen, or what's it called, Buscapan, or peppermint. You dirty animal. Peppermint Alps.
Buscapan's very good for dodgy guts.
Sick of her dropping one. Oh yeah. And do you know what? Cover it over as well. There's litter in that tray.
Go for one lump. I think you're a one lump kind of guy.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
And that is it for this week's episode of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. Thoroughly enjoyed that. A really good top 5 from all of us, surprisingly. It was really good to see Damian completely beaten in Darren versus Damian. And it was just a lot of fun. So thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Damian, thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you very much. And we've had lots of people dipping in and dipping out tonight on Facebook and on YouTube. So it's been good. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, everyone. Make sure you wear your masks when you're out and about as well. And be kind to each other as well.
Darren, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for the invite. Thanks for having me. And thank you for all the lovely comments that have been coming through on social media as well. Thank you.
We'll be back again next Monday. If you're watching this, if you're listening to this on your podcast app, don't forget to subscribe. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podbean, all the ones are on there. You can find us on the website. It is the as yet unnamed podcast.uk. And you can find us on Twitter as @YetUnnamePod, and we're on Facebook as well. So please do check us out on social media. Do subscribe to the podcast. Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back again next week where we will have Darren versus Damian. We will also have our top 5 groups and much more. So until then, look after yourself, stay safe, follow the rules, wear a mask, be kind to each other, and just, chill out a little bit. Bye for now.
See you guys.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damian Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Well, at least... No, spray it. No. No, don't use the scoop. Oh, you...
Oh, dear.
Good night.